Oh, well, then we cover Marty's face. Here, we'll do that.
Cover my face
with the little W4 TV logo.
With a filter?
No, we can see you just fine now.
All right.
Did you have a good weekend?
I think about that. I think so.
It must have been then.
It just happened, Marty.
No, we can't do that. Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Okay. At least it didn't leave a sour impression, evidently.
No, unless it traumatized me and I just can't repressed it the entire weekend. That was okay, just quiet, you know. I got a lot of sleep. That was good.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get much sleep.
Good morning, Stacy.
Good morning, Stacy. Man, if you can get your sleep together, and sometimes it's work, but man, the payoff is so great.
Although, admittedly, last night at 7:30, I just took an Ambien and went down.
That'll work as long as you don't get up and start building things.
No, I've never had an adverse reaction to it.
Oh, I know of a few people have had some.
I know a few friends that had them. I know one that ended up arrested.
Yeah, that can happen. What can you say? What he did? Because you
got into a Lamborghini in Miami. He owned it, but he was naked and promptly just hit a telephone pole with it.
Oops.
Yeah, there's all sorts of charges in there, I think.
Yeah, that sounds more like Quaaludes or something. It was just like, oh, you know what? I had an Ambien. Oops.
It was just Ambien. It really was, because he warned me against it all the time.
It's like you're in a dream, but so there's weirdness there, but you're also lucid, at the time. Then you can't remember it when you snap out of it. And that's why you come down and all the dishes are dirty. And
30 seconds.
Yeah, I can't say I've ever had that problem.
And Bubba, can we get diversified after traffic?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh my God, those kumquats are good.
Don't touch it, Welch. I see it spinning.
10 seconds.
Whatever it is you're going to say. I saw your mind spinning.
5, 4, 3, 2.
102.9 W4 Country and the Breakfast with Bubba show, 7:43 on a Monday. That means it's time for the Monday Morning Jumpstart with Marty. And what are we talking about today? Sleeping pills?
No, not sleeping pills. These are non-pharmaceutical.
I'm not a medical doctor.
This is a good time for a disclaimer. I'm not a medical doctor. These are 5 things that I've used and a bonus. And I found them very helpful. And they are non-pharmaceutical interventions.
Okay. I'm known for my pharmaceutical interventions every once in a while.
Yeah, things to try if you don't have a prescription. How about that?
It was just time. I took an Ambien at like 7:30 last night. Down I went.
Right. So this is kid stuff for us, Marty, is what we're saying. But hopefully this helps somebody listening right now.
All right, Marty, go ahead and start.
All right, this will be a good one to start with. Mouth tape.
What?
Hypoallergenic mouth tape.
We're going down a different avenue here, Marty.
No, let me explain here, okay? Because I use these and they really work. So look, people overbreathe. If we breathe through our mouths, especially during sleep, then it can have a calming effect. Nitric oxide pulls in the parasinus cavities, and that is an anti-inflammatory and a vasodilator. We want CO2 to build up, right? So anyone who's worked with me knows I work on your breathing because it's so important to emotional regulation. This goes into that category. So when you sleep and this is on your mouth, you're not going to die, right? Because you'll open up. Your sinuses will start to open up when you breathe out because oxygen's released in the presence of CO2. So you want CO2 to build up. When you're kicking out a bunch, like you're under breathing, then that can cause, enough stress to where it interferes with the quality of your sleep.
So does the tape your mouth open or shut?
I love the show. Okay. You tape it shut like do you buy tape to open things? Like, give me that door tape. I
Well, no, I thought maybe you like hooked it under your chin and like pulled it open or something. I'm not.
Marty,
I'm not
this
sure.
is radio. We duct tape everything together.
I'm gonna have
whatever.
I'm gonna have the links to this too at my Facebook page. And if you go to drmartinfletcher.com, I can send them to you if you want. But I'm gonna give you links to the ones that I use. But buy what you like. Okay, so mouth tape, hypoallergenic mouth tape. Yep, it's a thing. I'm here to tell you.
I'm skeptical about this one. I have bad allergies, and sometimes my nose is just too stuffed up.
It will open up though. That's my point. Like, it's counterintuitive, but you're likely to open up. Look, there are techniques that can open your sinus passages without taking a medication. But anyway, it's a bit like the Buteyko method is one that was developed in Soviet Union, Russia.
God, if it didn't wake up grabbing your bed in horror because you can't breathe.
Right? That's what I'm picturing now.
But it doesn't work like that. I'm not trying to kill you. I'm trying to help you.
It's not like mint flavored or anything, is it?
I don't think they have the flavor kinds, but it won't give you a rash, so you don't have to
wake up eating tape.
All right, we've taken far too long with number one, so we're going to take a quick little break right here. Come back more with Dr. Martin Fletcher. You can watch us at W4 TV, interact with us, see my messy kitchen counter behind me in my house, and whatever you like. Facebook.com/W4Country or YouTube.com/W4Country. Let's find out what's going on. You're driving to work. Madison's got to check on your W4 Country traffic.
Thankfully, no major problems to report. 94 seems to be running really smoothly right now. No major problems on 23. We are looking at just a little heavier traffic right at the US 12 and 23 interchange. Also 23 northbound right around Willis Road. I'm sorry, southbound right around Willis Road. Keep an eye on that one. Make sure it's not a major problem there. A little heavier on Plymouth Road right around 23 and on Washtenaw right around 23. Also looks like just a little heavier on 275. Right at 94. We'll keep an eye on that one for you as well. If you have a tip for us, 734-623-1029. Traffic is sponsored by Allstate, and that's the latest from the W4 Country Traffic Center.
Before we move on, for those of you watching W4 TV, I want to say hello to Teresa Pierce, Teresa's sister Nino, my dear friend in Orange County, California.
Oh, she's watching us now.
Morning.
We missed paths this weekend, and I was not able to see her, and I'm
so
bummed.
Now you have to say hello.
I want to say hello.
Oh, good. Hello.
Yeah. She's come to my house. She was protected by the roof that was put on by Diversified Roofing, which they put on a few months ago. And I tell you what, they did an amazing job. And I have GAF shingles that are warranted for 50 years on my house right now. And before winter gives its a big wallop, you can get your roof repaired or replaced. Just go to diversifiedroofingllc.com. That's diversifiedroofingllc.com. They're locally owned and operated. They've been in business for over 20 years. And if you are hearing my voice right now on your radio, they come and serve you for sure. Diversifiedroofingllc.com. Their estimate is hands-on, and they are so fast, in and out in one day with a complete roof replacement. You're going to love the service you get. If you want discount codes, coupons, and to book that free estimate, go to diversifiedroofingllc.com right now and tell them Bubba sent you.
Clear.
Okay, Marty, you tape your mouth shut.
You do.
I need a visual on this.
Okay, give me the visual.
No,
You need
we're
that?
asking for one.
Show us the
Okay,
packaging
here we
again.
go. So anybody who's on live streams, he says, "Here you go, nice and sealed for your
Okay,
safety."
so it's not just a roll.
Yeah,
They're individually.
snip a piece off.
We don't know, Marty. We've never heard of taping your mouth shut to sleep.
Yeah, it's just no zip ties, no tape like you're describing. This is like a health product. So you open it up there, eh?
What are you, suddenly Canadian?
Yeah, gotta open it up there.
This is the Canadian product.
It's maple syrup flavored.
Ooh.
No,
You wake up wanting breakfast all the time.
Right.
and rotten teeth. Okay, and then you just peel it back. Look, someone down there. Who is this? Pamela? Is it Rosidi?
I read that it allows me to read through my bonus nose.
And then look, it's got a little thing open in case you panic, right?
I'm panicking right now, and it's on your mouth, not mine.
That totally freaks me out. I couldn't do that. Yeah, what if you just wake up gasping for air?
Look, there's a little slit in it. So if you panic, Oh my God. No, that doesn't even hurt. See,
So,
there's a little slit in this thing. Can you see? Where's my camera? See that little thing?
Could you
Yeah.
put a
Okay,
straw
so
through there?
yeah, it's
it's still a mesh.
it's
Oh, I see.
yeah,
Yeah,
there's still a tiny mesh, but if you needed to, so it's mostly a psychological thing because you will start to breathe through your nasal passage.
Will that keep you from snoring?
Yeah, yes.
Because I went to Miami with Star Spangled Nick last weekend, and I understand I have a bit of an issue.
That's part of why you do it. Yeah, that's exactly why you could use this for that reason too. But it helps the quality, especially because I'm trying to get that deep delta sleep, right? That just you're out for like an hour and a half or 2 hours a night of that stuff. It's real restorative. So I'm doing these things. So here's oxygen, right? Do I get a second? Miz, how long do I have? I'm gonna grab something real fast.
We got about 2.5 before we're back.
Okay, cool.
Delta sleep. That's what I call Ambien, champagne, and a lie flat seat.
Yeah, you're also
That is a pharmaceutical intervention, though. Okay.
Are you going to try this?
Try what? Mouth
Well, you
tape?
said if you're, traveling or whatever with someone, so you
Hey,
don't.
I tell you what, Nick wasn't a purring cat either. He snored like hell too.
I want to see if you're going to try it. I want to know the results.
Somebody gonna tape their mouth? Is that what you're talking about?
Well, I said if Bubs is traveling and he's got, travel buddies.
Now, Marty, would it rip out the hairs of my facial hair? Because this is like slow growth stuff. Like this takes a long time to get here.
Oh, yeah, that wouldn't.
And
be
I
good.
don't want to jeopardize it at all by pulling anything out by its roots.
Having to go to the emergency care, having it removed. No, the good folks at Somnifix have engineered around that problem.
Could
So no.
you inhale so hard that it sucked into your throat
Yeah.
and choked you?
No. That
I
doesn't
feel like there's a
happen.
warning on that box somewhere, Marty.
I'm sure somewhere there is. I don't know what it would be though. This is so
awful. What if
I
you
know it's-
sneeze in the middle of the night?
What if you sneeze?
You'll produce a different substance
Thinking about
than you
that.
would have had you sneezed out of your mouth. I
One
guess is
minute.
the answer to that, Bubba. I don't have a better answer than that.
Just worry about blowing the tape across the room.
But wouldn't when you sneeze, some stuff comes out of your mouth too.
Oh, like a good sneeze or just straight out of the mouth.
Right.
I think you're talking about a
Right.
lot of material just out of the nose.
Love that.
So all sorts of accidents you're imagining, everything from torn out beards to objects flying around to death. Now this is pretty safe intervention.
All right, we're back on radio in 10. 5, 4, 3, 2.
102.9 W4 Country and the Breakfast with Bubba show, the Monday Morning Jumpstart with Marty. And I'm going to just do a little on-air producing right here. Miz, are we as behind as I think we are?
It's 7:54, so
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I think we are.
Hustle.
We're talking about 5 ways to help you sleep. Number 1, we got a little extended with mouth tape. Marty, we're going to hold you longer today because we got to make number 2 very quick.
Okay, no problem. Do it now.
Yeah.
Okay, number 2. Remember, light influences sleep. Right, sleep's a circadian rhythm. So a really good idea is face a mask for your eyes, and these are really comfortable. Here's the one I have. I'll put a link to it on my Facebook page, Dr. Martin Fletcher. And also, a lot of times these will come with a little earplug. So this bad boy here. So now you got the sound taken care of, and you got the light exposure taken care of. Okay. So if you have a problem in your room where too much of that blue wave is coming in, hitting your eye and waking you up, because then cortisol is released, boom, you start to wake up. This is a hack for that.
All right.
I
Let's
have
find
a
out
couple
what's going
of
on in traffic. Madison's got to check on that.
And thankfully, no major problems. 94 seems to be running smoothly right now. So is 23. No problems to report on M52. Just a little heavier traffic maybe on Main Street through downtown Chelsea. A little heavier traffic on Plymouth Road and on Washtenaw right around 23. Also, US 12, we're seeing a little slower traffic right at 23. And just a little heavier traffic right at that 275 and 94 interchange. If you have a tip for us, 734-623-1029. That's the latest from Little B4 Country Traffic Center.
Clear.
All right, Ms. We haven't played Sam Hunt or Chris Stapleton yet, have we?
We just came out of Sam Hunt was what we came out of.
Oh, so we shouldn't have done traffic there.
I mean,
what are you doing now? Are you playing spots or are you playing Chris
we're in the last spot block right now.
Okay, so we're coming out of this into Carrie Underwood.
Correct.
Okay, so we're not as terribly behind as
No.
one expected.
Yeah. So Carrie Underwood will
Not
end
as
up,
bad as we thought.
yeah. So Carrie Underwood will fire us at right now 7:59, top of the hour bed at 8:03.
That's perfect.
Better lucky than good.
Phyllis says she started using light box therapy and she's sleeping better. Is that a coincidence?
No, because we were just discussing how light is a factor in sleep, right? So you want the light exposure at the right times, and then you want to start to take it away. So when that blue light starts to recede a little bit and things start to brown out outside, then what happens is cortisol is supposed to drop, and then you're going to release melatonin, and you're going to start to feel like doing nighttime things. You're going to wind down. Well, if that gets messed up with natural lighting, right, or we don't go outside enough, then that the circadian rhythm's disrupted, and we don't feel like sleeping when we want to sleep.
My mom just got one of those light boxes, actually.
Yeah.
She's enjoying it so far, but I don't know that. I think she just got it this week. So
yeah, that may or may not be our bonus item because it's so effective. I may have thrown it on.
I do like the eye masks, though. I have a few of them, and I don't usually use them in the winter, but in the summer when the days are starting to get longer and I'm still going to bed at the same time and I'm seeing a lot more light. That's usually when I use them. And I like them. It's kind of like a little hug for your head while you're sleeping.
Yeah, exactly. And people got to learn how to use these things, though. Like you don't need to, they say they're uncomfortable. They don't have to be tight because you got your eyes closed.
Oh, I think it's very comfortable.
Yeah, but you have to use them the right way. So people who've complained are like trying to put a blindfold on, and that's not the purpose. It's supposed to just block the light out while your eyes are closed. Mine's really comfortable.
That's how I feel.
Some of them are cold. You can get the cold ones too.
Did you say cold? Like a ice pack on your eyes?
Yeah.
Be good for the puffies.
I've tried earplugs before because, well, at one point I had lots of roommates in college and shortly afterward, and Rock Band was a very big thing in our house. And when I had to get up early, because I worked early in my job at Office Max before I worked for the radio station, I tried earplugs and I couldn't get used to them.
Did you have the ones I showed you, like the really soft ones that?
Yeah, they were. I mean, they were supposed to be really soft, roll up like sleep ones. I mean, I got them at, Rite Aid or something.
So what did you not like? So, because some people don't like that. Like my daughter
hear my heart beating when I wear them.
You hear your heart?
Yeah, I hear my heart when I wear.
You probably feel your pulse differently or something, right?
To me, that would be soothing. Like you get this
horrifying because then I wonder if it's beating too fast or too slow, or if it skips a beat. If I don't hear it for a beat, just lay there and I get terrible anxiety.
Oh my God, my heart's beating.
They never say it properly for me.
My heart's beating. What do I do?
I knew it. I'm alive.
I'll wear them on airplanes, but there's so much white noise on that.
It's working. Oh no. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to pick on you, but
it's easy.
I just fell into it.
No, I think it was the the feeling of something stuck in my ear.
That's a problem I had too, and they wouldn't stay very well. So it was just having a fuss with them too much. I just got sick of it. I couldn't handle it anymore.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, some people, that's not the thing. What I suggest, I use headphones. I listen to like lectures and stuff, boring ones too, if I need to. But
I had one
because
get stuck in my ear on a flight. I pushed it in too far, and I was so scared that I was going to have to go to the hospital in Paris because I couldn't get it. And the flight attendant had long fingernails, and I asked her, I said, "This is going to sound really gross and weird, but this is stuck in my ear." And she goes, "Oh yeah, honey," and she pulled it right out. What else am I going to do? I'm in an airplane, Madison.
I don't know.
Now that's a servant's heart there, that woman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right. Yikes.
Sticking her finger in people's ears. It's like Mother Teresa.
Pinching it.
Cindy said, I find listening to very quiet music with headphones is soothing and puts her to sleep.
Yeah, so that's what I'm talking about. So sound, because we're attacking this from every angle. Like we just did the oxygen CO2 thing, right? So we got the blood gases thing down. We're dealing with the light, right? Now we're gonna deal with some sound. We're gonna get you like all asleep.
You've used the Calm app, right, Marty?
A long time ago, not recently though.
Yeah, I haven't used it recently, but they had like a guided sleep, I don't know, study or what, a guided sleep story, I guess. I don't know what you'd call it. But I enjoyed listening to that because it was like, it starts like in your toes or whatever, and it's like relaxed, and it goes through and you could set it for, it would go through every sort of from bottom up, picture yourself sort of relaxing this and whatever. And it would either be, I think you could do like a 7-minute or all the way up to 20 minutes or something. Right. And for sure, by the time I got to like torso, I was out every time, no matter whatever I set it for.
Right. Yeah, I think the Navy uses that.
It was actually kind of nice. It was very comforting.
Here we go.
Live, local, and a part of your community. It's the Breakfast with Bubba Show.
Hey, 3 minutes after 8 o'clock. Good morning. Hope your Monday's going well so far. You've found the Breakfast with Bubba Show with Bubba and Madison Raleigh.
Good morning. Hopefully we'll see a little sun poking through today and highs around 30.
You're listening to WWWFM Ann Arbor. So very proud to be a Cumulus station. We're the morning show that makes you feel good. McKenna, you're being grouchy this morning. What's wrong? What's the matter, baby?
Yeah, I tried a couple of the sleep stories where it's like they're kind of walking you through a story, not just like the guided meditation, but it was like the free trial one was like Stephen Fry talking about wandering in fields of lavender.
That'd be great to hear him say that in that voice.
And that one works for me. But then there was another one, like, because I was like, I'm going to try these, these free sample ones before I put any money into this. And the other one was like a bizarre story where it was like all of a sudden it became very metaphysical. And it was just like, well, now I have to know how this ends. And so
exactly.
All the way through the end of the story.
Kind of the opposite effect.
Instead of falling asleep. Yeah.
You know what people will use so that doesn't happen is, and there are a bunch of popular ones like millions of views on YouTube, is whisper tapes. Or not tapes, but videos. So it's just some guy or woman just like whispering and and then that's
creepy.
That would give me nightmares. I would be sleeping with my shotgun if I heard that.
Bubba, there's somebody in here.
But the lady in the meditated sleep, what did you call it, Welch? I think that's what it was called.
Meditation.
The guided meditation. Yeah, in the Calm app. Her voice was very soothing.
Mm-hmm. Yep, books on tape, something like that, with a voice that you like.
And you come across special guest Gilbert Gottfried.
Scream you to sleep.
I don't know where to wake you up. I always like Noam Chomsky's voice for that. Like he can really put you to sleep. It's like super deep and it's slow and avuncular.
Ooh, good word, Marty.
I never get to use that word, so I can go back to bed now. The day is complete.
That you dropped your $5 word and you're like, I win today.
Appropriately too. So I didn't even have to work. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Now, see, earlier Matt had the same question that I did about the sleep tape.
Yep.
Can you?
Yeah, and I feel like I would wake up in the middle of the night. I'd need my inhaler. It would there would be complications.
I feel like that Godfather scene is like, where's all this blood coming from? Oh my God.
Why can't I hear my horse in the next room?
I've been in positions where I wished I could take someone else's mouth shut.
It's not that strong. It won't work. You have to put him to sleep some other way. It won't be mouth tape.
Right.
Quiet him down, I should say.
Yeah, and Sarah said, hopefully, yeah, you would inhale it.
We have a survival mechanism when we sleep anyway. You notice that? Like there's an awareness that we have even when we're sleeping so we can protect ourselves. You ever have to wake up and then you knew because you were clocked in so much and then you woke up like a minute before your alarm all the time? You not had that? Well,
yeah, mostly I think that's because of I don't trust myself. Trust issues.
Right, but what I don't understand is like, how would I know if it's not a habit? So it's like, okay, first day of school or something like that, and like a minute before, but it would happen a lot in my life where I'm like, I don't remember waking up periodically and checking that at all. It was just like my body knew when to wake up.
I love that feeling when it's like 12:30 in the morning and you wake up and you feel rested and you look at your clock and you think, oh my God, I've still got like 4.5 hours left.
Yeah, but if you feel rested, then do you wake up rested? Because if that happens to me, then it's like usually I can't get up. Or I'll wake up and I'll see, oh my gosh, it's only 12:30. I still have a few hours. And then I'm awake those few hours because I'm thinking I'm so excited about that I still have a few hours.
Yeah, it's almost better, isn't it? Because now you can have some gratitude in your life. You know, it's better than straight sleep sometimes.
If I can get actually back to sleep though.
No, I just think I earned it. And it's something that's been owed to me.
Yeah.
I'm not thankful for it.
You're like, hey, you're cocky.
I've been given this already. Out time.
Already on 1 minute.
Such an arrogant sleeper.
But my problem sleeping though is just like I'm very much like the Princess and the Pea. Like I just have a difficult time getting comfortable, and something like, plugs in my ears just takes a lot of getting used to before I could sleep with them.
Yeah, I get it. Cognitive behavioral therapy is the treatment for many, let's say, sleep problems. So these behavioral changes have a giant effect. But when they don't work automatically, like the first night, people abandon them sometimes before they get used to them.
Mm-hmm.
All right, 10 seconds.
Especially if it feels uncomfortable.
Here we go. Back in 5, 4, 3, 2.
102.9 W4 Country. It's 8:09, and that's Florida Georgia line. Good morning. You found the Breakfast with Bubba show with Bubba and Madison Raleigh.
Good morning.
Yeah, Brian Welch with the forecast.
Fairly cloudy throughout the day today, highs in low 30s. The snow starts tonight around 8 or 9 o'clock, continuing throughout the day tomorrow. We could see 2 to 4 inches of a total accumulation.
All right, that's our first big dumper of the year, isn't it?
Well, if it pans out, yeah, I think that would be the most we've seen at any one go.
All right, we're talking with Dr. Marty this morning. It's your Monday Morning Jumpstart, and we're making very slow progress through things that bring you sleep. Let's get back into the list, Marty. What's number 3?
Okay, let's be serious here. I love this one. Weighted blanket. Who has a weighted blanket? Oh, you love it?
Love it.
So me too. My daughter had one. I just used it. I was like, I got to get me one of these. So they're between 5 to 30 pounds of pressure, and it works through simulating deep pressure stimulation. You know what I mean? And people like that little squeeze. Like the people who do like the earphone or the earplugs that we're talking about, sometimes like that pressure that comes in there because it feels good, calms down our nervous system, can lower some anxiety and all that kind of stuff. So the weighted blanket, that's a winner.
Isn't 30 pounds awfully heavy? What if there's a fire?
Just curl up in that blanket. It's 30 pounds of protection for you.
All right,
Stay
Marty,
put.
what's number 4?
Okay, number 4. Now, look, this is what I do. I'm not telling anybody to do this, but there's plenty of research behind these 3. I take them. Ask your doctor. Don't listen to me. I'm not a medical doctor. Theanine and magnesium L-threonate, along with vitamin D. Okay, those are the 3. Plenty of research to show. So theanine is an amino acid. It has it's from tea, extract from tea, has anti-anxiety benefits, et cetera, et cetera. Magnesium L-threonate. A lot of people know what magnesium does to calm us down. There's a product called Calm. So, and we're mostly deficient anyway. L-threonate makes it so it's more available. Newer thing. And then vitamin D, we probably don't have to say too much about because it's in the news, but that's absolutely associated with sleep in good studies. Okay.
More with Dr. Marty coming up right now. Let's get you on the road and get you going with your W4 Country traffic.
And thankfully, I don't have any major problems to report at this time. 94 is running smoothly, and so is 23. It looks like 96 should be running right around posted speeds. Maybe just a little heavier traffic on Plymouth and on Washtenaw right at 23. Also, maybe just a little heavier traffic on M52 right at 94 and on US 12 right at 23. If you have a tip for us, 734-623-1029. That's the latest from the W4 Country Traffic Center.
Clear.
My tongue was moving too fast for my words there for a second. I love the weighted blanket. It's like a hug.
Yeah, that's exactly what it feels like. It's that pressure feels. And I immediately start to calm down, relax. How heavy is yours? Do you know?
I don't know.
Does it feel pretty heavy for you?
Well, I mean, when it's all spread out, you don't really feel the full weight of it.
Uh-huh.
Like if I'm carrying it from one side of the room to the other, that's like, oh, this is heavy. I don't know. I don't think it's like 30 pounds, but it's not super light. But
do you start to calm down though? When you put it on you, do you start to feel that and you start to calm down?
Yeah, I get a little warm sometimes though. So like I do end up probably kicking it off at some point. But I like when you first crawl into bed and it's nice and cozy.
Yeah, if I then go visit my parents and I spend, a night or 2 at their place and I don't have the weighted blanket, everything feels like the comforter feels like it's going to float off of me.
Yeah.
Like it's been helium inflated and it's just, there's nothing on, especially my lower half, which is kind of where I usually have it. I pull it up to, about my waist a lot of the time.
Yeah, you're training that strength.
Yeah, training that strength.
Training.
Somebody I can get up in a hurry under my weighted blanket if there's a fire.
Somebody just said something I wanted to respond to about why not just use the curtains? Where's that? To black out light?
If you have blackout curtains, right?
Yeah, you'd have to get blackout curtains.
What about blackout curtains?
Yeah, because even a small amount of light that's going through, it gets to our retina and starts to wake us up. So a lot of people don't have ways to black out the whole room.
Shelly's
15
pounds. I really don't know what mine is. Where did I? Bubs actually got me one for Christmas from Costco.
Costco, okay. I'm gonna have links to this stuff too.
Yeah, last year.
I don't remember that.
Which actually, okay, I'll be completely honest. I ended up switching one. I gave that one to my mom because that one, it didn't match my bedroom, but it matched hers. So we did a switcheroo.
You got to give her some mouth tape too.
True. But that one's a little bit nicer. I think it's a lot bigger. I think it filled up the whole bed. And every time the cat comes and sleeps on me, I get good sleep too. Cats are good for that. Okay,
but why does your cat before he leaves does it have claws or is it declawed?
She has back claws.
Okay, maybe the back claws, but man, ours isn't because he goes outside and hunts and stuff like that. He's both. But man, when he's ready to leave, you know it's coming. Like he just digs his claws into.
She'll do that every once in a while.
Yeah, man, I don't trust cats.
Ooh, and Shelly's got a weighted eye mask.
There you go. See what I'm talking about? That pressure.
I have one that's nice and soft, and then I have one that's like padded, and I really like that one actually.
Yeah. Melissa's asking about D3 and magnesium in the morning, which is a good thing to do. I do. I dose my magnesium twice a day. So we do know that magnesium can calm us down, right? Think about Epsom salts, for instance. Same idea, same thing, right? It's magnesium. So yes is the answer. So at night it can, and many people just start to calm them down. So there's a product called Calm that tastes a little bit better. So you mix it in like a tea or water, and that's just magnesium. Basically, that's the active ingredient that calms people down, especially if you have a
Tito's.
booze. Tito's.
You mix that with soda water or just water. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. If you really want, how much time we got, Miss? No,
30.
Sorry.
Didn't want to interrupt you guys.
No, your interruption is kind of the most important thing.
Right. Don't worry about that, Miss.
All right. 10 seconds. And 5, 4, 3, 2.
102.9 W4 Country, 817 in the Breakfast with Bubba show with Gabby Barrett and I Hope. We are on W4 TV right now at facebook.com/W4 Country or youtube.com/W4 Country. Watch along because it's a Monday Morning Jumpstart with Dr. Marty. We're talking about products that are good for sleep. 5 of them. Number 1, mouth tape. Number 2, light. Number 3, a weighted blanket. Number 4, all kinds of different vitamins in there: theanine, magnesium, L3, and vitamin D. What's number 5, Marty?
Number 5, we've talked about before, light box therapy. We won't give it too much attention, but I'll just say this: make sure you use it properly, which means use it like the sun. Also, I had a person say it didn't work. They tried it and they turned it on in their office and just walked around. It doesn't work like that. You have to use it correctly, which means it wasn't close enough to work, right? It's not the sun. It just does some things that the sun does. If you're missing, so use it correctly.
All right. We're going to hold you over one more song here just to get us through the segment. We'll have your bonus coming up next on 102.9 W4 Country. I think I could take a nap when the show's over. Oh,
oh, that's good. Someone has a good Insight Timer. Is a meditation app that has a sleep meditation, and Nancy never makes it through, so it must work pretty well for her. Yeah, I would check that out. Yeah, Melissa's asking about those. So they're not meds, they're vitamins. So also, I can't tell anybody to take anything to talk to your doctor. These must have a good enough safety profile to be over the counter, but I don't know about, especially vitamin D. People just supplement without getting their levels checked. And vitamin D is a hormone, so we should be more careful with that one. It's pretty powerful. But so the magnesium, L3 and 8, and I take twice a day. I don't take vitamin D twice a day though. And theanine, those are just 2, so there's 3 total. I'll have links to all this stuff. You can check it out yourself at my Facebook page, or if you want to hit me up on the website, I'll just copy it, paste it, send it to you.
We used a white noise machine before too. That can help sometimes.
I need white noise to sleep. I have a sleep with a fan, and then when I travel, I have an app that gives me fan noise.
Oh, yeah. That's what we do, fan and headphones. Skull Candy is good if you want some good, cheap headphones that are hard to damage. Because think about wearing headphones in bed. They need to be comfortable and they need to peel away from you without, you know what I mean? So you can, so if you roll over, they won't break. Skull Candy is pretty good for those.
Back in 1 minute.
A coworker told me about a bedtime yoga routine she does. She doesn't make it through without falling asleep. So she's doing yoga in bed though, right? No.
It's a sleep yoga. I know. I
sleep.
I can't remember the name of that type of yoga.
3 or something, right?
Madison is basically a progressive relaxation type thing, but it's a yoga, but it's not, you're not standing on your hand or whatever, or your head.
Try that.
Yeah. But a lot of things that help us sleep are the things we do during the day. So sleep pressure builds during the day. So having a healthy lifestyle, right, and having a good day, by that I mean all the things that will help us sleep.
10 seconds. Stand by.
Yeah.
Here we go. Back in 5, 4, 3, 2.
102.9 W4 Country and Luke Bryan, all my friends saying the Breakfast with Bubba show, 822. We're in the middle of the Monday Morning Jumpstart with Dr. Marty, actually getting ready to wrap it up here, talking about things that help with sleep. And I imagine you have a bonus for us today.
I do have a bonus, and this is good. We've talked about, oxygen and CO2 and light and all that kind of stuff. Let's get into temperature because temperature matters. We want to sleep close to 65 degrees. So one thing you can do, like Madison, you said you got to kick off your blanket sometime.
I get hot.
Yeah, so heat's not good for that because, our temperature is also circadian rhythm. So 65 degrees we want to get close to. So there are cooling blankets. So I have cooling material on our bedding. So it does help me, but I'll put a link to an example of a blanket that's highly rated if you want to look at that. But we do want to take a look at temperature. We don't like it when it's too hot. We warm up in the morning, right? And our temperature is supposed to drop at night. Shoot for 65 degrees.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Marty. He's here every single Monday morning, 7:40, drmartinfletcher.com. He's also on the Shepherd and the Shrink podcast and Renew Hope Counseling. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you. See y'all later.
We'll see the news coming up next. It's 102.9 W4 Country after Kenny Chesney.
Before we go, Stacy's comment is funny. I'm going to be honest. I have to go back and rewatch the video when it's posted just to see everyone's expressions when Marty starts talking about mouth tape.
I'll tell you what, Miz, throw in an extra song here because this is only going to get us to 25.
Mm-hmm. I'm on it.
All right. Are we saying goodbye or are we sticking around?
We're saying goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.